Okay, here we go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And here we are. And welcome to the SDEBA. This is the SDEBA Power Lunch Networking event where we're hoping you all will get a chance to tell a little bit about your business and meet each other in the process. I'm your host, Milo Shapiro, public speaking coach. And this is the Chamber of Commerce for San Diego's LGBT community. Welcome to our Hanukkah event. Wearing my Hanukkah shirt. I don't have an ugly Christmas sweater, but someone gave me a Hanukkah t-shirt, so I'm going to wear that for today. We wish everyone out there who is celebrating a happy Hanukkah to have that chance for themselves. And if you don't know a lot about it, learn about it. It's a fun holiday. Please mute yourself now if you haven't yet. You can certainly use that mute button on the screen, but the Control A is a great one to know for Windows, or Shift Command A. That way you don't have to reaching for that mouse and keypad at the last second. Just good to get that thing memorized. Some people say the space bar works, but I found it's erratic. So for me, the Control A is better. Please turn on the chat, because that gives you the ability to see messages that may be putting out there by people who are in the session or by us, telling you a little bit more information. If you have a smaller screen like an iPad, it could be hidden under the More button. Also turn on the participants. I'll explain why in a little bit, why that matters. That also, again, could be under the More button if you don't see it at the bottom. We will be sharing this on our Facebook page through YouTube. So we're going to be recording it, so just be aware of that. Don't let that be anything that throws you off. It just means that if people couldn't make it, they can play this back later on the SDEBA Facebook page. Today's sponsor is freshenyourphoto.com, helping take pictures from the past that may not look as good as they could and making them look better again. So if you have anything you don't like about a shot, like people in the background you wish weren't there, check out freshenyourphoto.com. Don't tolerate your photo, freshen your photo. If you would like to be one of these sponsors for future months, please get in touch with us at the email on the screen there, info@sdeba.org. Helping out today, Jeremy will not be here actually, but I only just found that out. Didn't have time to update the screen. He had a need to help the organization. He's working hard on behalf of the board, but we do have Garrison Fletcher, we have Dorian Brewer, and my timer today, Bridget Austin, is also there. We also always want to thank our board, who are doing a lot of work in the background all the time to keep this organization running, keeping these events happening, keep people registered. So thank you for all the time the 7 of you put into that. If you'd like to get involved with the board, same email address to find out more. What does SDEBA take a stand for? Ashley, I'm going to call on you. Would you unmute yourself and read for our mission statement?
Sure.
Thank you.
The San Diego Equality Business Association promotes LGBTQ influence through business ownership, workforce equality, and active consumerism, creating prosperity to support equality, diversity, and inclusion.
Great. Sounds like the kind of organization I know I would want to be a part of, and I hope if for any of our guests today, if you want to know a little bit more, you can find out more by contacting us afterwards. More on that later. So membership includes having a profile on the website where people who are looking for SDEBA members and want to support our community of LGBTQ and allies can go there. We can learn a little bit more about it. It's often a resource I go to when I want to see, is there someone in the organization who offers this feature? And there's enough of us that there often is. We also have all kinds of features on, that was supposed to stop ringing. There it is. It rings once before it goes away. Okay, I just hung up on that person. We have the membership app, which tells all kinds of things about upcoming events. It's a way to connect. It's a way to give tips to each other, all sorts of features. It's for members only. Can tell you more about that, or you can play around in there to learn more about how that works. More of these features are at sdba.org. Things that we offer are education sessions, social events. We have a job board posting, advertising and posting opportunities, free membership in a BNG. We'll talk about the business networking groups in a little bit, and the chance to use the SDEBA logo in your materials to let people know you support what we stand for. And the other thing we used to do a lot of, but not so much anymore, are the mixers. Mixers that looked a lot like this, getting to know each other, having a good time, having a little food together. But to do a mixer nowadays, it would look more like this, not what we're really wanting to be doing at this point in time. So we thought maybe mixers could look a little bit more like this. That's kind of the way of right now. And there were actually some advantages. But to come to this meeting today, traffic was easy as could be. I had no trouble with parking. I'm guessing you didn't either. And pants are always optional at any of our meetings. So feel free to dress comfortably at least from the waist down, or try to make it look nice on the top as well. What is today about? It's a chance to give you a chance to share what you offer to a larger section of the SDEBA community, people who might not be in your BNG, or you might not be meeting anybody right now because we're all so isolated. So this gives you a chance to tell people what you do. It's a chance to learn about what others in our community offer so that you can take advantage of their services, or more likely recommend them when you hear someone who has such a need. It gives us a chance to provide education in various areas to our members, and we'll talk about that in a little bit with a new feature for January, and helps us grow the SDEBA family. The more you participate and invite people to come as guests, the bigger SDEBA becomes. What this is not, is exclusive by industry. It's possible that we could have 2 realtors or 2 insurance people or 3 of anything. That's in the long run going to happen, and we're fine with that. Some groups aren't, and that's okay for the way they run. But for this, we just figure maybe people would like to check out both. Maybe they'll be drawn to one versus the other, provides more opportunity, and everybody is welcome. It's not a venue to learn intimately about each other's businesses. As you saw in the advertising, you're going to get up to 30 seconds to talk about your business. That is not enough, and it's not enough for people to know you or you know them. That's why this is supposed to be a teaser to get people to connect afterwards, whether it's through our matches afterwards in the breakout rooms, or giving people a call, or chatting with someone saying, please send me an email. Take the time to get to know each other better, and we all help each other out in the process. It's not a replacement for the BNGs. The BNGs continue to thrive. These are 1 person per industry groups, where you see the same people each week and get to know each other more intimately, to be able to say, I really do know Tamara as a realtor, and I really can recommend her, because that wouldn't happen in the likelihood in the way of, say, a mixer. It's not a commitment. You know, even our president today had a big business thing came up, couldn't make it. Another person on the board said, oh my gosh, I got a client I have to talk to at noon. We don't want this to feel like an obligation, but we want you to want to come. So we hope we'll see you here each month as often as you can make it. And finally, it's not a place to sell to us. With only about 12 people on the call, see how many do we have right now? 10. With 10 people on the call, the odds of selling to someone on this is not really in your favor. But the odds of making a couple people go, oh, that's interesting, I'll keep him in mind and recommend him or her, that opens up a lot of doors. So don't think of it in terms of a big bad sales call. Think of it in terms of letting people know you as a resource. Who do we welcome? We always welcome SDEBA members, and we do want as many guests as possible to be here. And to that note, we had said that it was going to be free through the rest of the year. I just got approval yesterday from Jeremy. We're going to extend that through at least March, maybe even beyond, but at least through March, the meetings are going to be free for guests to come as well, hoping to grow this process. So the meeting format, we have the openings. We're going to be doing our member introductions in a little while. We will have a presentation from one of our members. I hope she's on the call. I have to go scrolling through to see if she's here. She told me yesterday she would be. We announce upcoming events for the organization. Sometimes we have an education time. We'll allow for testimonials from people who are here to talk about each other's business. And we'll let you call out to say there's someone I want to talk to. Maybe Lynn might say, hey, Ashley, I love what you said. Could we go into a breakout room afterwards? Something like that. And then we'll have our official closing no later than 1 o'clock if we possibly can. I think today will be right on. So I said already we're going to have the optional breakout afterwards for people who want to stay beyond 1. That's totally fine. When is it your turn? How do you know when to stand up and give your pitch? Well, you don't have to stand up. You can sit down if you'd like to. But you'll know because you're going to be looking in that participants window. We're going to go through it alphabetically. The first couple of people are the hosts, the people helping run the meeting. And then after that, it'll start in the A's. I'm guessing Adam. I don't have it open at the moment, but that's pretty darn close to the beginning as far as A's go. If there's an A-B name, I'm not seeing that person, or an A-C. Oh, good. I just saw that we have to admit our speaker for today. So if you could let her in, Garrison, that would be great. Oh, actually, I could do it too. There we go. I'm not used to being the host. So when you hear your name, that's when you should unmute. The reason I say to do it after you hear your name is if you do it before I say your name, you go shooting up to the top of the list. And if we're somewhere in the middle, I no longer see you. So as soon as you hear me say your name, that is the best time to unmute. You can share orally, or you can do a screen share. You can use your 30 seconds any way you want. If you're not used to doing the screen share, this probably isn't the best time to practice it with only 30 seconds. But if you're good at it, you can share your website or a PowerPoint, whatever you like. And then please do remute and unshare if need be. Last thing I want to do is after you do your sharing, over in the chat session, share your big 5, your name, your website, your phone number, your email, and your LinkedIn address, so people have the opportunity to follow up with you, because that's why you're probably mostly here, is so that people can learn about your business and follow up with you. Keeping on time, we have our special timer for today, and she is our usual timer. So let me see if I can find her on there. There you are, Bridget. You scrolled off my screen. Bridget will do it. Bridget, will you explain how the timing works?
Yes, I will. Hello, I'm Bridget, and as Milo said, I am your timer for today. We're really working on making these speeches fall just under the 30-second mark, what Milo calls the Hot 29, for two reasons. First, it's good practice to learn how to do just that, to aim for a time limit and try to get right in there. And secondly, it's respectful to those who did keep their program within the limit, so it doesn't look like anyone thinks that they're more important than anyone else. To help you, I'll be holding up two little cards. At 20 seconds, you'll see a yellow card, and you'll know you're in the home stretch. At 27 seconds, I'll hold up the lovely red card so you know just to finish that sentence and be able to end in time. Anything between 15 and 29 seconds is absolutely perfect. If you do hit the 30-second mark, you'll hear me say, thank you, and the time is up. And please be respectful to that and stop. But if it happens, don't be embarrassed. It's probably going to happen to a number of you today. Just know we'll keep getting better as we keep meeting. Lastly, please remember to remute again when you're done so that breathing doesn't keep making you show up in the speaker view afterwards. That's it, and back to you, Milo. Good luck, everyone.
Nicely done. She's getting better and better at her portion of that, like a little presentation unto itself. All right, some intro strategies real quick. Jumping in with what's interesting about you and your company. So that's probably not your name and your company name. That's not what's interesting about you. There's something else behind it that's more interesting. And think in terms of what would help us understand you and refer people to you. So for instance, instead of saying, hi, I'm Dave Smith, and for the last 15 years, I've been with Essential Oils Unlimited. If you didn't know, essential oils can help you to fight immune system problems and feel healthier. You got to the important stuff at the end. Let's turn that around. So instead, you might want to say something like, as you go back into the world in a few months and start hugging everybody again, you're going to be exposed to all kinds of things. Is your immune system ready? Are you as healthy as you can be? I'm Dave Smith with Essential Oils Unlimited, and you can make yourself feel healthier through some simple essential oils. See, now I don't know who Dave Smith is. Don't go looking for him. Don't ask me. I don't know a darn thing about essential oils. I don't even know if that's true. But in terms of a pitch, that's a nice way to try and get the people interested. Then tell them who you are, because people won't care about who you are until they know why they should care. And vary what you say a little bit. It's always nice from meeting to meeting each month if you say something just slightly different so it doesn't feel like you're playing back a tape. My challenge to you today is to find at least two people whose pitches make you think, I wouldn't mind hearing more about that, or that's someone I could have business symmetry with, and reach out to them. Okay, so with that, away we go. Starting with, I have to bring up my own participants list. Oh gosh, this keeps disappearing on me at the bottom. Here we go. And over to the list. So Garrison, why don't you kick us things off for us? Oh, you're muted, Garrison.
Did you unshare? Maybe I can do that now. Okay, thanks.
I should have given you a little more of a heads up, so we're not going to count that point toward his 30 seconds.
Great. So everyone, I'm Garrison Fletcher. My company is Apex Typing Graphics. How many people have worked with a graphic designer that was a mind reader? Probably not very many, I would think, right? So although I'm not a mind reader, my background is in industrial organizational psychology, and that's pretty close to a mind reader as I can get. I wanted to show you some before and afters. A client came to me, they wanted somewhat of a sign. They're like, it looks kind of like this. I created it so it looks like that. Client came in with a logo that wanted to be cleaned up a little bit, and I'm done.
And thank you. Good job, Garrett.
Nice job, Garrison. I had seen an interim version of that football, that stadium thing. I like the final one much better. Nice job. Heading after that, Bridget, why don't you take your turn?
Oh, all right. I'm Bridget Austin, founder of Be Austin Consulting. It's a veteran-owned small business, and we help employers. We actually save employers money by providing resources and training and education to help keep the employees on task and with internal projects.
Terrific. Oh, you finished quickly. She's so conscious as the timer. Right. Now we'll head into our alphabetical list, and I did guess right. So Adam, it is your turn. Please unmute.
All right, good afternoon, everyone. As travel is starting to come back and people are trying to mind the minefield of what's going on out there with COVID, it's even more important to have a travel advisor to help you. My name's Adam Martindale. I own American Express Martindale Travel and Tours. Worked on cruise ships for 17 years as food and beverage director. Also in hotels and resorts for 12 years. Also in food and beverage. I specialize in luxury food and wine group travel, mostly in Europe.
Oh, travel sounds so nice. I can't wait again. Thanks, Adam. Over to you, Ashley White.
Hey guys, I am an employee benefits advisor with Bewood Insurance. So what I do is I work with employers, usually the HR person or the owner, to help them with creative solutions in respect to their employee benefit package for their employees, as well as help implement and service those benefits. So at our core, we are an insurance brokerage, but what we do goes well beyond that. And I'd love to tell you a little bit more about how we do things differently.
Great. Thanks, Ashley. I have some connections to some HR groups. Maybe we should talk offline. Over to CJ Gilbert.
Hi, everyone. I'm CJ, and I call myself the Website Safari Guide. And that's because I help business owners and entrepreneurs make their website work for them. I want to share a couple resources with you. I've been a web developer since '95, had my own business since 2006. Now I'm also a speaker and an author. And I want to offer you a couple free resources. My podcast, Ask a Web Geek, as well as this free bonus training on learning LinkedIn. This is an hour deep dive into LinkedIn and how to make the most of it.
Thank you. And your time is up.
Thanks, CJ. Yeah, more than websites, he can help with a lot of online problems. He's helped me numerous times. Over now to Dorian Brewer of State Farm.
Hey, good morning, good afternoon, everybody. Dorian Brewer. And did you know that if your neighbor borrows your car, you probably aren't covered under your insurance? And if they hurt somebody, guess who's on the hook? That would be you. So if you want to know more about that, give me a call, give me an email. I'll put my information in the chat. Dorian Brewer, State Farm Insurance. Thank you.
If my neighbor borrows my car, I'm calling the police because I am not giving him the keys. That was not intended for sure. We're going to head now over to Eleonora. Eleonora, if you'd unmute, and let's hear from you.
Hi, I can help you plan the travel vacation of your dreams. My name is Eleanor Isaac. I'm known as Elle. I'm with Cruise Planners. I'm also a certified destination and event planner. With COVID, we've got some pretty good specials for the years 21 and 22. So give me a call or visit my website and see what we have.
Thank you. Always good for me to be aware of event planners and DMCs, so please be in touch as well. Next on my list, oops, I got to scroll down a little bit because we hit the bottom of the E's, is Jackie Aguilar Montalban. And you need to unmute, Jackie.
Oh, so the pictures are like not the...
There you are.
Do you have like an estimate?
Oh, Jackie, we're not hearing you. You're unmuted, but we still don't hear you for some reason. You know, we're going to come back to you a little later in the list unless I get your voice right now. Since you are our featured presenter, we're going to get a little time with you anyway. So let's just see if you can work that out, and we'll hit you again at the bottom of the list. So that brings, wow, we jumped from the L's down to the T's. I know Tamara said that she wanted to join and listen in but couldn't speak today. So that takes us to Todd.
Good morning. Good afternoon. My name is Todd with Consolidated Concepts. I am the Vice President of the Board of Directors for the SDBA. But I own a company called Consolidated Concepts. We are your total print and promotional product resource. So if you need any holiday cards or envelopes or any of that kind of stuff, or if you need trade show displays, which right now not a whole lot of people are doing that, but we do printing and whatever you need.
Thank you. It'll be back before you know it. Okay, let's see if Jackie has gotten her microphone working again. Want to try again? Since you are the feature presenter, you'd be up next anyway.
Can you hear me?
Now I hear you, but I don't see you.
Oh,
this time.
Great. Great. Okay, I got slides to share. Give me 1 second.
Okay. We do want to see your face as well, unless you really don't want us to see your face. Got your face again. And do we still have your voice?
Yeah.
Your face just went away, though.
Okay. Everyone.
We can see it. So I'm going to give you a chance to do your whole presentation. I'll do my little 30-second pitch after that. So I'll turn things over now to our feature presentation from Jackie.
Can everyone see my slides?
Yes.
Great. I just wanted to acknowledge Milo and the rest of the SDEBA team for allowing me to speak today. Most likely, we've all witnessed suspicious activity going on within our community and surrounding businesses. And if you take a look at this picture, I'm sure, you know, if you've shared a wall with your neighbor, you can relate to the man covering his ears, right? Problem as I see it within our communities and businesses nowadays with stay-at-home orders, everyone's home. So there's activities on properties like dumpster diving, upset neighbors, you know, cars getting broken into that aren't being addressed. And so the majority of the leasing officers aren't available at night to address community issues that come up like this.
Thank you.
No, Bridget, I was trying to text you. She gets 5 minutes. She's our presenter.
Oh my God. Okay, I was going to say, wait a minute. She's just getting started. Hang on. Please continue. I'm off the timer.
Okay.
She gets
All
5
right,
minutes.
great.
You can go a little over 5 today because we
Please,
have a smaller group.
please.
Okay, now be honest. When this happens, what do? Are you this person you just want to be nosy and just watch something happen? Or you call 911 but know nothing's your issues aren't going to be addressed right away? Or you just don't know what to do? Who are you going to call? So I just want to introduce myself. I'm Jackie Aguilar Montalban, Signal 88 Security owner. I'm proud to share that we are the only female veteran-owned private security company in San Diego. So we're here to provide peace of mind, to pursue passion in life. It's the core of what we do and why we do it. Our mission is to help make communities and businesses safer and to give property managers peace of mind so that they can sleep at night. And here are some of the services that we can tailor for each property or a specific business. We can visit each property as many times as a manager would like us to, and we can conduct foot patrols and report on any issues that happen while we're there. We can lock up pools, have a guard all night if you'd like. We can also check on amenities and door checks and conduct parking enforcement. The last bullet is very important because a lot of folks don't know who to call when they've got a noise complaint or see a suspicious person. So we provide alarm call responses as well. And so that's when we get a call from a resident to our live dispatch service, and they speak to our representative and they dispatch our team out to check on those issues at night. So here are my ideal clients. If you know anyone in the fields, I really appreciate an email introduction, or I'm putting together a referral language so that I can send to any of you who know someone to refer to me. Wait, let me go back. Property managers of residential areas and commercials, facility managers who work with at any type of building that needs to be looked at night. We also work with events, so any event planner, as well as we also monitor garages. So there's so much more I can share. So I'd love to connect with each and every one of you to learn more about your businesses and see if, you know, see if and how we can support each other. So if you'd like to chat, there's my link to my calendar so you can schedule a time that's convenient to you. Any questions?
If anyone would like to unmute and ask a question, you can. You can just shout it out. You don't have to text it. If not, you can send a note to Jackie. Jackie, be sure you do put your information over in your side area there in the chat so people know how to reach out to you. And thanks for what you do. I can't tell you how many times I'm at events and I see the security people or in buildings, see the security people, and just gives me a little more peace of mind to know that they're there.
I have a question, Jackie. Your area of responsibility is primarily San Diego, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, I'll be in touch.
Awesome. Thanks, Bridget.
Okay. So if you could put, and again, if you could paste your stuff over in the chat area, or if anyone had forgotten to besides her, please be sure to do it there. That's where people can copy and paste it. I'm going to go back to the PowerPoint for a minute and go back to share screen. Sharing my screen. There we go. So as for me, a lot of Zoom meetings out there look a lot like this, where it's just people trying to even look like they're paying attention whatsoever. And that's a shame, because we want our Zoom meetings to look more like this, where everyone's interested and exciting. And that can happen. That can happen if you grab attention and if you organize your material, and if you tell the right stories, and you stand out from the crowd. I help people to do that. I'm Milo Shapiro, public speaking coach, author of Public Speaking, Get A's, Not Z's, helping you to look prepared, polished, and powerful every time you have reason to speak. Moving on, upcoming in our organization, we have December 10th. That's tomorrow. And the reason that our president is not here today is because he is working his butt off getting things ready for that. We have our 2020 Business Awards at 6 p.m. Nominations are not still open. That is definitely not. It's well underway. And that's going to be happening tomorrow night. So please go over to steba.org/events and come. I don't think there's any charge for membership members to come. I think even guests can come for that for free. Check on the website. What else is going on? We've got the San Diego Women's Chorus. We're promoting an event they're doing on the 12th and being rebroadcast on the 13th. You can find out more about that. That event is also free this year. Usually you have to buy tickets for that. We have a workshop on how to prepare for retirement in conjunction with SDCCU. That's on the 16th. Our next Power Lunch is the second Wednesday in January, which falls on the 13th. So please tell people. We would love to see 20, 30 people here for the next one. And I can now say, I couldn't say it until about an hour ago, we're going to have a special guest. We're going to have Karen Buxman doing a program called, not a program, an interview, but she's going to be sharing from her program, Funny Means Money. Humor in business. Where is humor appropriate? Where is humor not appropriate? How does including humor and using that to create rapport help you to make your business more successful? I've seen Karen in action, and it's a lot of fun and interesting to watch how she works. So join us on the 13th for that. We have a program called Get to Know SDBA on January 20th. To know more about how the organization works, you can touch base with us and find out about attending that event. So where can you learn more? At sdba.org, click that events button, and you'll see all of these listed there. We hope that people will connect directly, whether it's through the chat area and you've been writing to each other there a little bit, or requesting a one-on-one, or through the Zoom breakouts we do at the ends of these meetings. And when you get to the time for callouts, you can literally just say, hey, there's somebody I want to talk to. It's a small group, just to make that happen. So when we do the call outs, unmute yourself, wait for me to call on you, do your little shout out like, hey, James Sharkey, this is CJ Gilbert, let's do a breakout session. And James can say, sure, I'll hang on and we'll take care of putting you two in a room together. And then remute yourself up afterwards. This is where we like to ask people to give testimonials for other people here. If there's somebody on the call now, I guess it's a call, where you kind of feel like you know something about their business or you've used their services, it's great to be able to say so. So is there anybody here who sees amongst the other participants someone that they can say, I've worked with them or I've done something with them? And we don't want you to keep it a secret. That's what this is about. Anyone like to share? If I don't hear from anyone, I'll kick it off and I'll say that I contacted Dorian one time about my insurance. And he said, why don't we do a sit down review and see if you're getting the insurance that you should be getting with the company that you're with. And he said, if I can do better for you, great. And if I can't, I'll just tell you. And I thought, I wonder how much sales there's going to be in there. And he looked at everything and he said, you are in great shape. You happen to have a really great situation here. I thought that was really impressive. But I think most of the time he's able to show people how they could do better. So if your insurance isn't so that it can be, I recommend that you talk to Dorian. Anyone else have anybody here that they've worked with or spoken for?
Sure. Yeah, so I've worked with CJ in the past. We've tag team on a couple of clients. Either I pass it to him or he's passed it to me. A great resource. His web design is and knowledge base. You know, he's what you think of as a geek. That's him, and in a great lovable package. So if you have any questions, and maybe you're working on a site on your own, or you have somebody you just need to learn a few things about WordPress or learn some things on Squarespace for yourself, could be just a single item or how to match up your email list sort of thing. He's a great resource for that. So even if you don't need a complete, overhaul or something of that nature, he can do little pieces and parts and training for you as well, which has been awesome. So
thanks.
Highly recommend.
Thank you. I just want to throw out a shout out to Todd. It's been a number of years since I've used him because I do more PDF than I do print. But anytime I hand people my one sheet, my double-sided one sheet of my company, I always get compliments on it. Granted, they like the design and the color and everything, but he did a nice job of getting that printed at a very fair price. So it's been many years, Todd, but I still think of you every time I hand those out. So thank you very much. Okay, if there aren't any others, we will move on.
Say, if I may.
Oh, sure.
By the way, can you hear me okay?
You're kind of quiet.
How about now? How about if I turn this up?
That makes all the difference.
Okay, perfect. I just kind of adjusted my settings a little bit, so I didn't know how that affected things.
It does.
I just wanted to say back to Garrison, thank you so much. Garrison and I work really well together because even though we kind of play in the same arena, we don't. We do and we don't. And it's powerful to have a partner you can bounce ideas off of. I just want to show you the beautiful business cards that Garrison designed for me. I was using kind of an older style for many, many years, and he said, we can definitely do better. And he did. Look what he did on the front. And then look at all the fantastic information he put on the back. What I love about Garrison is he's very practical, and this is really easy for me to hand someone, or did when we met in person, and say, you know, go to this link and get these resources. So I just want to say he's a amazing mind and is able to look at things in a really great way. And if you haven't talked to him yet about your business and materials, do so. He'll give you a great idea.
Thanks. Yeah, it is a lot of information and yet not overwhelming. That's the balance to try and get, because nobody wants to feel like they got an encyclopedia on the back of a business card.
Right.
So,
and Milo, if you turn off screen share, then that piece would be able to see whoever's talking larger. So the examples, people didn't have to look at with their microscopes at what CJ was doing.
Good point. Good point. I was doing that. I was trying to think how to get back and forth, but I should have done that. We ask you that you follow us. If you're on Facebook, we are just named after our name, facebook.com/San Diego Equality Business Association. And our LinkedIn page is really hard to remember, so I created the tiny URL, tinyurl.com/LinkedIn SDEBA, so that you'll be able to follow us on LinkedIn as well. Our distribution list, guests can join too. If you're one of our guests today, there's a gray bar on the home screen. Please click on that. You can get on our list. You know upcoming events that you can attend. Some of them are open, some of them are a little additional price, but you're welcome to check it out. If you're a member and not getting all of our stuff, and boy, do we hear that, please be sure you add sdeba.org as a safe sender on your allow list, and that might help get some of the things out of your spam box. There we go. If you want to become a member and you aren't one, go to the homepage and just look for that. Join SDEBA bar right at the top. Makes it easy. And yes, Dorian, we know we have to tell everybody that we are having that membership drive. Our membership is at, I believe it's half price. Am I right on that one? Dorian, do you want to speak to that? I'm seeing nods, but I don't see Dorian.
Yeah. No, yes, it is.
You're on page 2.
Yes, and Todd also put Todd Kazan put some information in the chat as well. So if you go in and you save your chat session today, you'll see all that information, including the links in there.
Terrific. And we want to thank all the healthcare workers out there who are doing so much for us at this time. Every interview I see with people say, what can we do to help the healthcare workers? They almost always say the same thing. The overwhelm is because they don't want more people coming in. So the most thing you can do besides thanking them is mask up, stay safe, stay home, make the right choices. The more you protect yourself, the more you help them to do their jobs as well. A final thought, 2020 probably was not one of your better years. And it's a little hard to even sometimes stay positive about the next few months, but just remember that there is an end in sight to all of this. Let it keep your hopes up to know that. Keep on dancing and party like it's 1965. That's it for us, and we want to wish you a very happy holidays, no matter what you're up to and celebrating. Hope that you can make the most of it in the safest possible way that you can. If you have any information you want to share about today's meeting or anything else, you can write to info@sdeba.org or drop me a note, milo@miloshapiro.com. If you'd like to request a one-on-one with anyone in particular right now, this is a good chance to unmute and just shout that out. Anyone like to meet with somebody else? I hear an unmute.
Is Jackie still on?
I believe Jackie's still here. Jackie, are you still here?
Yes.
Hey, Jackie, I've got some questions off the bat. I'd like to do a one-on-one with you.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Awesome.
Okay, we'll put you in a breakout room at the end. Anyone else like to meet up with anybody else?
I'd like to speak to Garrison if I can.
Adam, is that Adam?
Yeah.
Adam and Garrison at the end? Okay. And who, I heard someone else say Milo? Lynn?
Me, Lynn, yeah.
Okay. You want
I
to
didn't get to introduce myself today.
Oh my goodness. Did you
That's
come in
okay.
late?
No, I was
Then
here.
please,
but
then please take your 30
that's
seconds right
okay.
now. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, since we're all spending so much more time inside these days, we're probably thinking more about the health of the building. So I am a green building consultant, and my business is San Diego Green Home Rating, and I do Greenpoint ratings. You can find out more about those and connect with me through builditgreen.org And there's a lot of good information on there if you're building a new house or doing a remodel.
We'll
That's
think
all
of
I
you.
wanted to say.
Sounds
I'm also
good.
on LinkedIn.
Okay. Thank you. If you want to put your information in the chat, people might want to connect with you on that LinkedIn. You can put that in there. Maybe you did already. So again, if you ever unmuted when I was going through the alphabet, you might have jumped out and that's why I didn't see you. That's got to be conscious of that. But thank you for jumping back in. And Eleanor, I'd love to be able to talk to you if we could do a little breakout afterwards, just find out a little bit more about your venue services.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Well, at this point, we've already done what I just said, which is unmuting and doing that. And that ends the slideshow. We're going to finish a little early today, other than those breakout rooms. So you're welcome to stay here and chat. But in the meantime, Garrison, did you mark down who some of those pairings were so you can make the breakouts happen, or so you could teach me how?
Yeah, we need to, yeah. So CJ is probably better at this than me. So CJ, do you want to jump in and speak him through it? And or if Milo wants to change host duties to CJ, that'd be either or.
Either way.
If you can walk me through it and it's not super hard, I would love to just finally once and for all see how to do that.
Sure. You want to conclude the recording right now, or at least pause it? Okay. Or you want to include this part? You certainly could.
I have to see if I actually... We never started it.
It says it's recording.
Oh, does it? Okay.